Welcome back to game 101. And we get Van Geet, which just did my insights in the first 100 games, does very well for me. It does well in the database, that's why I play it. It does very well for me, that's why I play it. But if you've got anything you want me to play, then let me know. Given I'm quite a small channel, if you comment that you want to see something, it's quite likely to happen. So opponent already having a think on move 2, which is why we play it. And yeah, they're 2060, so they're no poor player. They're a proper chess player from France. Just under 2,000 bullet, 886 games, 759 blitz, 1862, and 400 games of rapid, 2065. But they're bamboozled by the Van Geet. So yeah, it feels interesting. We've managed to get 100 games out. I think I only missed one day of uploads, maybe 2. Had some issues actually getting it up to YouTube. Had the game ready, it just wouldn't upload it for a day or 2. Probably my internet. But yeah, we're going to be trying out, it's a bit of a blend of, we want to try out lots of different openings, but we want to have a decent run of using them, so we're not every other game just playing something different. We want to have a bit of time getting used to it. So at Black at the moment we're playing the modern, but we've played the Van Geet for quite a while, so they're not playing E5, which is interesting. Yeah, E5 gets played quite frequently. And then the usual idea is bishop out here. Sometimes you can catch them with a knight on G5 and splat them on F7. Okay, so now we transpose into the kind of standard line. Bishop here, and then a lax move like knight F6, and bosh. That's the kind of early trick, if you like, tactic that can give you a nice advantage. Otherwise it's just pleasant from here, even if they don't play that. So I think best move is like bishop here. Maybe even bishop here is playable. Not quite sure. Yeah, kind of got a question mark around knight A5 about what I should be doing in there. Maybe I just drop the bishop back and say your knight's a bit stupid there. So I'm never quite sure whether I should play bishop C4 first or A4, because A4 is the other typical move to play in the structure, multi-purpose. It controls B5. Can I? No, not yet. I was like, can I splat them? But no, I need to wait for the knight to come out. So we get both in. So like I say, A4 controls B5, because a typical plan from black is to try and expand and roll me over on the queen side with all of these pawns. We're attacking over here in this kind of kingside box, and black will be trying to attack us on the queen side. So A4 prevents that and slows black down, and also on this trying to attack our bishop, we've now created a little hole on A2 to run away to and kind of maintain that diagonal. So again, now this is still no good for black because it runs into knight G6, knight G5, and there's no good way to defend the pawn. So we've had a few games in that, and the best tries to put your bishop there. And Engine says you should take with a knight, but I always find in practice taking this way is fine. Now again, like another loose move allows this, but I think they're okay now because they could always play knight H6. So on this, yes, they've got knight H6. but it's still pleasant for me. The other plan, like if knight comes out here, is to do this manoeuvre. They go that way. Is that any good? Can you do that? I think this is bad. And this is the kind of other line. And I think I've done a video on the Van Geet, and I think this is one of the bits that's bad. So knight g5 attacks the pawn. Likely going to see castles. Queen here just splats you. You have to play this, and then you're overwhelmed here, and you give up an exchange. Knight takes. Yeah. I think this is just straight up lost. If castle. So again, maybe this is the best try. Exciting. This is like prime Van Geet. Textbook 101. So yeah, this is the follow-up with Queen h5. It's if you castle to try and get out of it, which I think is the most played and what I kind of looked at when I did it. Okay. So now Queen h5, mate in one threat, only move to defend it is this. Knight takes here, attacking the queen, uncovering a discovery. Only move is rook takes. So we can pick that exchange up. Was there anything better? Well, this is definitely the move. And we're picking up all kinds of material. Engine's going to say, well done, you're absolutely smashing this after 10 moves. Congratulations on playing the Van Geet. Exactly what you want out of an opening. So yeah, it's just overwhelming. You can't stop both threats. This is the only way to deflect the knight. So you just got to remember the best sequence. I think it was on h6. I think you take with the knight. They're forced to take with the rook. This like, yeah. So they take with the rook. Queen takes. And then there's something like you can bring your bishop in and sack on h6 at the right time, but maybe they'll resign before then. We can figure it out. Always good practice. But yeah, this is, even if you don't find the right mating net here, material's currently equal. We're going to pick up a pawn and a rook for a piece, so we're going to be up an exchange and a pawn. So I think h6 is the only move here. I can't see anything else that would protect you, like trying to run away. Yeah, so now knight takes, rook takes, queen takes, king goes like here. Maybe bishop takes, I can't really remember. Check there and then, yeah, but it'll be this. Then rook takes, maybe bishop takes. And if king goes here, we can sack here, because takes would be mate. Yes, it's also good. So maybe it's bishop takes rather than queen takes when the rook comes in. And they have to take with the rook. If they try and go anywhere else, I'll get a free discovery, which is probably mateable. If I take there, double check. Like here, there'll be some mating net here. Knight away, it's probably just mate, isn't it? So forced to take with the rook. I think bishop takes looks like it's best. If they go this way, I can probably come back, threaten a mate here. Yeah, maybe I don't get a knockout. But I get like a queen trade or something. Maybe queen's forced to go here. And like I say, we're up an exchange and a pawn. and their king safety is poor. My development and king is going to be pretty good. And then we should be able to convert this. Or is it if rook takes, queen takes, king there? Okay, so we're playing on. So queen takes, rook, king there, then knight there. That looks pretty nasty, doesn't it? That looks pretty nasty. Yes, maybe it is queen takes. So queen takes there, knight h5. How do you defend this pawn? Queen here. Queen takes the king there, knight there, queen there. And you could queen retreats. Not really. Takes there, takes. Is that any good? Takes. I'm going with the queen. There'll be some combination of like a bishop sack and a knight coming out. I think this is best, because I think if you go here you end up pinning yourself. So I think this. Right, can I take here anyway? If you take back, knight here, how do you defend this square? Play queen here, check. Discovery on the queen, yeah, so takes that. I don't think you can take back because this leads to me winning your queen at the least. There. And if you come up though, yeah, so I don't think you can take. You need to defend this. You put your queen here. Let's just double check. We don't want to just throw a piece at it for no reason. So takes is the kind of critical line. Check. There is. Do I check? Maybe. Yeah, there and then there. Do I even need to check? Takes. I just plonk that there. How do you defend here? Maybe sack a knight. So we got with the bishop. And if you don't do anything, you need to defend against this. Queen here. We can come here with the discovery on the queen. Move. Yeah, we're sacking. We're sacking. Even if it doesn't work, we've ruined their structure. They'll be what? We'll have a rook and two pawns for two pieces, which is about even, all else being equal, but all else is not particularly equal when they don't really have a kingside structure. Although given that I've got 8 pawns, I've got 2 rooks which are playing 0 part in the game, but I'm hoping I can do what I need to do without needing my rooks. It'd be interesting to look back at this about, oh right, I don't think you can do this. So check, only move is this, then this. How do you defend this square? Do I even need to check? Maybe this is better, because then this looks like a more appealing move. And on check, discovery on the queen goes here, it gets spluttered. Yeah, so knight here, attacking this. The only thing I can see is playing knight here. which gets taken to then play queen here. So maybe we do check first, then here, and then here. And when the knight comes in, no, let's play the knight first. Oh, oh no. Say other move is queen g6, but that is not a move. This is a move. Like, these are both potential mating options for us if we get black to move out of the way. So g7 is the one to defend, and I don't think you can do it without sacrificing your knight here, which you'll need to play one of these moves. So I think this is the only move. Is there a nice finish there? I think pawn takes, and I think queen comes here. I don't think I have a mate. Maybe if knight goes there, can I then play my knight here? Threatening this square. How do you defend that square? Yeah, okay, so maybe not on knight here, we play knight here. Oh, then you can block with your knight there. And queen here. There's a mating net here. There's got to be a mating net in here. And even if there's not, the material should be good enough. Like I say, I think they've got a sack. Yep, so knight here they find. I want to go for this square. So can I make this work? Knight f6, targeting here. You can't put your queen on this line because I still have this mate. So you need to defend this, which I don't think you can do besides this. Then queen here, re-threatening this square. And then I think it's done. So let's look at that again. And they've got no checks or threats on me, have they? So knight here, threatening queen, h7, checkmate. There's no queen here because I can take it with the, well, I'll take it with anything. And it's take it with the queen, it's mate. Knight there. You can't move your king. You can't block. You can't bring your queen onto the 7th because I have queen g8. So I think this would be forced. Then I come here. And how do you stop my queen from getting to h7 here? You don't, do you? Am I missing anything? You can play bishop here. And I take it. I think this is it. I mean, I could obviously just take the knight. Well, is that me? So I think this wins. Let's just double check with taking the knight. Take the knight. I think queen here. Oh, I don't see the knockout. So we'll play this. Yep. Yep. I'd love to know if this gave you like a predicted rating. I feel like I've played this like a 3,000, but we shall see. It doesn't give it to you on chess, but I think I can paste in the PGM into chess.com and it might give me a performance rating. But let's not count our chickens. We're very capable of missing the fact that my queen is hanging at some point. So, but I think this is pretty good for me now. So I think knight g7, queen here, and I don't see how you defend against something coming to h7. I think you end up like taking the knight with your queen, and then we can play that position up a queen. Up 10 points of material. Okay, so now queen g6. I'm also going to take on h6 as well now. Yeah, so bishop here doesn't even work, does it? Because I can take cover, splat. Okay. Yeah, this is probably one of my most accurate games. I mean, I did know the first 10 moves of theory, which kind of helps, doesn't it? This is an absolute classic Van Geet. Yeah, 2 mating threats. I think this is resigns, isn't it? Like I say, I think they only tries bishop here, but that's mate in 2. Oh, sorry, no. Queen can take the knight, right. That's the only way to play on. And that will probably ruin my accuracy score if they take the knight, because I'll end up playing something slightly inaccurate after that. But I think this is the only way to continue the game, is takes, takes. Yeah, I was thinking, does my queen get trapped with like bishop here? But no, I can come back or do whatever. I can take here with mate. Yeah, so actually takes doesn't even prolong the game that much, does it? Because I'm still threatening to take on h6 with mate. Need to play like bishop here, which is just a bishop sack, so no, that doesn't work. God, this is crushing. Yes. Well, this is the most close to perfection game I think I've had. I don't think it gives you a score type thing, performance. So this is all standard. I was supposed to get your bishop out before the knight. Okay, fine, so that's going to hold me back, that's a shame. But from here, I think I played perfectly from here, so let's see. So knight e7 I know is a mistake. Knight g5. So I think the best I can do is block with the bishop to try and trade it off, but most common is castles. And then we absolutely started rolling here. So queen h5, I knew this. h6 is forced. Knight takes, I know is the best move. Rook takes. I'm in an R in here. Queen takes is best. King h8. Bishop takes h6 is best. Pawn takes inaccuracy. Knight h5 or queen f6. It's umming and ahhing, as I was. It says queen f6. I played knight there, but this is plus 10. Knight sack. Yes, ignore the knight sack. Knight f6. Knight back there. Queen g6. Only move is queen takes. What a game. 16 moves of brilliance. Let's see if I can put it in. Can I put it